Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is SYAFIQAH RAHMAN, Dormitory DF210034, and I will start the presentation for Group 4. Pavement distress is the indication on a performance of unfavorable pavement, which is unsatisfactory performance of the pavement. This situation will be resulting to impending failure and many cases of distress, such as pothole, longitudinal cracking, dispersion, and others which is affect the user's comfort and safety. Development of Pavement Condition Index developed by the US Army Corps of Engineers in 2017. This development been used by calculation technique in outline the pavement states, leads in helping supervisor to prioritize the importance and optimal time to fulfill repair and maintenance activities. The availability of accurate information about actual road condition is essential to undertake a preventive maintenance strategy for an entire road network. It could only be acquired through a precise distress identification and classification. This project is significant for finding and conducting the Pavement Condition Index test on data that we obtained by conduct the research in Parit Sungai Rambut, Batu Pahat, Johor. It is to determine its level of distress. Each of criteria of distress found should be figured out by using the guidelines that have been given. Therefore, recommendation or rehabilitation method could be suggested to improve the Pavement Condition Index according to the result of our project. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Thank you for the past this presentation to me. Now I want to continue this presentation. My name is Nurul Ayuni binti KAMRI, matric number DF210071. Now I want to explain about objectives this project. Objective this project have 3 points. Firstly is to justify more specific required the entire set of criteria for the chosen road is. Second, to carry out and comprehend the Pavement Condition Index PCI test. Third, to distinguish the PCI from all others, a maintenance or rehabilitation method must be recommended.
Assalamualaikum, my name is HUSNINA binti NGISA and I will present the literature review for this project. Based on the previous study by Baxter et al., hashtag PCI is a numerical evaluation of the state of road segments in a road network. Pavement indices have been created by researchers and highway authorities around the country to measure or evaluate the quality of the pavement. McNeil helps that pavement indices have traditionally been used by engineers to define the existing and future condition of pavement networks, to offer a warning system for early detection of maintenance and rehabilitation needs, and to anticipate future financing needs. Next, the past study by Kelly G. and Peanut have stated the majority of PCI were determined using the methodology of the American Society for Testing and Material, as known as ASTM, E643 standard practice for road and parking lots pavement condition index survey. And recent research have proved that modified or self-developed PCI as accurately as defined by ASTM E6433. Besides that, previously, researchers established a simple linear connection between free flow speed and roadway roughness to study the relationship between pavement roughness, road capacity, and speed on a two-lane highway. Road roughness was discovered to have a negative connection with free flow speed, and that roughness is a key element in this relationship, which is studied by Chandra and Satish. Next, the study by KHAIRUL have state that compare the pavement condition index from 5 dots in the United States, which is the result reveal the significant difference among seemingly similar pavement condition index, which the researcher conclude could be due to the different distress types, consider weighting factors, and the mathematical forms of the indexes. Thank you.
Next, I want to explain about methodology this project. For methodology this project, I want to explain about the selected location for this project is Jalan Sungai Rambut. Road pavement require ongoing maintenance and rehabilitation M&R known as the Pavement Management System PMS. This is used for prevent deterioration associated with repetitive traffic loading and environment attribute. So, we use method PCI test. PCI is Pavement Condition Index. Commute measure once a year to evaluate the road network system chance and determined by the demonstrate surface distress. We use standard PCI rating scale. After that, I want to explain about how to get PCI value. Firstly is perform the circumstance survey at Jalan Sungai Rambut. Second, calculate the total number of a sample unit between 0 and 100, with 100 representing a perfect pavement using this graph and this formula. Third, determine the distress type and severity level, then measure the density using this formula. Then, the deduct value are calculated by using the deduct value curve for each distress type and severity. Next, this is the total deduct value. PDF is calculated by ending all individual deduct value. After that, the corrected deduct value CDF can be calculated using the correction curve this. Lastly, if any individual deduct value is greater than the CDF is set equal to the highest individual deduct value. The PCI is calculated using the equation PCI equal to 100 minus CDF. Thank you, that's all from me. I pass this presentation to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad HASNAWI and I will explain about the data and analysis. Our group has collected the sample from site at Jalan Sungai Rambut. We took 10 sample, which is 100 meter each sample, and total up to 1 kilometer. By using systematic random technique, we just only take 5 sample, which is sample 2, sample 4, sample 6, sample 8 and sample 10. In the condition survey datasheet, the distress list given, and we need to jot down the just number of the distress and level severity, which is we can refer at the ASTM, and then the quantity based on the unit in the distress list, and then the total, and then we total up the quantity to get the density in percent. The formula to get density is total over area times 100%. Next is deduct value. We can get the deduct value by refer to graph each distress in also in ASTM. So step 1. We need to find the maximum allowable number of deduct. For example, in sample 2, we need to find the highest deduct value, which is in sample 2 is 44, and then we substitute in the formula to get the maximum allowable number of deduct, which is 6.14 for sample 2. And then we arrange the deduct value in descending order, 44, 30, 20 and 4 for sample 2. Since the maximum allowable number is deduct is 6.14, we only take the first 6 value, which is 44, 30, 20 and 4. Next step is we total up the next step we find the maximum corrected deduct value, CDV. First we total up the deduct value and get the total of deduct value. Then we reduce the smallest individual deduct value to 2 until Q reach 1. And then we find CDV from graph like in slide and state the maximum corrected deduct value, which is in the sample 2 is 60. Last step is determine PCI, pavement condition index, using formula 100 minus CDV max, and then we can get the condition for the sample. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad FAKHRULLAH bin AZIZAN, number matric DF 210033. I will talk about discussion on result. Okay, so from the result we can see every sample have polishing distress, and the most common distress from all these samples are longitudinal and crocodile cracking. Sample 9 and 10 shows very good in PCI test, which values range from 70 to 84. Sample 3, 5 and 7 shows good condition in PCI test, which value range from 55 to 69. Sample 4, sample 6 and sample 8 shows fair condition in PCI test, which range between 40 to 54. And then I will talk about discussion on maintenance. So the pavement overall has scored 60.3 in PCI test, which indicates good condition. Although the pavement still in good condition, pavement maintenance should be carried out to prevent the road to become worse. The road has polishing distress, which shows that this pavement not been maintained for a long time. The suitable maintenance work for this road is resurface work, which is overlay wearing asphalt course. This is because the subgrade of the road still remains in good condition. And the last but not least is conclusion. So the conclusion is PCI test result for this road is good condition. PCI is a simple, convenient and low-cost way to monitor the surface condition of roads such as Jalan Sungai Rambut Baik Raja, identify maintenance and rehabilitation needs and ensure the road maintenance budget are spent wisely. The PCI identifies road in distress and network level can assist in categorizing maintenance and rehabilitation needs for budgeting and planning in road sections. As a result, the contractor can budget for maintenance in the bill of quantities and plan the process along the way. Thank you.